The Ganges River, known as the Ganga in India, flows like a silver thread through the heart of Hindu culture, touching the lives of millions. To the faithful, she is more than just a river, she is a living goddess, a symbol of purity, divinity, and life itself. Her waters are considered sacred, believed to wash away sins and bring blessings to those who bathe in her holy currents. From the moment her waters spring from the icy peaks of the Himalayas, the Ganga's journey is nothing short of miraculous. Her descent from the heavens, carried through the locks of Lord Shiva's hair, is a divine gift to humanity. This celestial river is said to be the embodiment of the goddess Ganga, who descended to earth to bless the land and its people. The Ganga is woven into the fabric of Hindu rituals and beliefs. Her banks are adorned with temples and ghats, where countless pilgrims gather daily. These ghats are not just steps leading down to the water, they are sacred spaces where the physical meets the spiritual. Here, rituals of birth and death, joy and sorrow, are performed with deep reverence. A dip in her holy waters is believed to cleanse the soul, offering liberation from the cycle of rebirth. In villages and cities alike, the Ganga is a lifeline. Her waters nourish the land, allowing crops to grow and life to thrive. She is revered as a mother figure, nurturing and sustaining all who dwell in her embrace. Every year, during the Kumbh Mela, one of the largest gatherings of humanity in the world, millions converge on her banks to bathe in her waters, seeking her blessings and purification. The river's significance is not confined to religious practices alone. The Ganga's presence is deeply embedded in the culture and daily life of those who live along her course. Her name is invoked in prayers, her image is revered in art, and her story is passed down through generations. The river symbolizes the eternal flow of life and the divine presence that guides and protects her followers. Yet, the Ganga's story is also one of struggle and resilience. Despite the reverence and devotion she inspires, the river faces significant challenges. Pollution threatens her purity, and the pressures of modern life have strained her once pristine waters. Still, her sacred status endures, a testament to the enduring connection between the divine and the earthly. For many, the Ganga is not just a river but a living embodiment of spiritual truth. Her waters carry the prayers and hopes of countless individuals, flowing as a reminder of the divine grace that sustains life. In her presence, people find solace, strength, and a profound sense of connection to something greater than themselves. In the grand tapestry of Hindu mythology, the Ganga's origins are nothing short of celestial. Picture a river whose waters come not from earthly springs but from the very heavens themselves. This is the Ganga, a river born from the divine, crafted by the gods to be a sacred gift to humanity. The story of the Ganga's origin begins high above, in the ethereal realms of the gods. It is said that in the beginning, the mighty King Sagar of the Ikshvaku dynasty performed a grand sacrifice, hoping to secure his lineage and bless his kingdom. But his sacrifices angered the gods, and his 60,000 sons were cursed to remain in the underworld. The only way to redeem them was to bring the divine Ganga down from the heavens to wash away their sins. This task seemed insurmountable. The Ganga, a river of such purity and power, flowed only in the celestial realms, and her descent to earth was a matter of divine intervention. The gods knew this sacred mission was too great for any single being. It required the cooperation of the highest deities, each playing a crucial role in bringing the river to the mortal world. Enter Lord Vishnu, the protector of the universe, who took it upon himself to help. Vishnu's role in the Ganga's descent was pivotal. It was Vishnu who first suggested that the river could be brought down if she were to be tamed and guided through the locks of another divine being. This divine being was none other than Lord Shiva, the destroyer and regenerator of the universe. Shiva, who resides in the highest peaks of the Himalayas, agreed to help with a heart full of compassion. He understood that the Ganga's arrival on earth was essential for the salvation of King Sagar's sons and for the benefit of all living beings. Shiva prepared himself by gathering the river's flow into his matted locks, ready to catch the rushing waters in his hair and gently release them onto the earth. His divine hair acted as a giant sieve, allowing the Ganga to descend in a controlled manner, softening her fall and preventing the destruction that would have otherwise ensued. As the Ganga began her descent, Her waters were like a heavenly cascade, shimmering with divine light. Each droplet carried the blessings of the gods, and as the river touched the earth, she transformed from a celestial stream into a sacred river, bestowing purity and grace upon the land. The Ganga's descent was not merely a physical event, but a moment of spiritual significance. Her waters were believed to have carried the essence of divine grace, flowing with the power to cleanse the soul and purify the heart. The gods watched with satisfaction as their divine creation made her way to earth, knowing that she would bring immense blessings to all who revered her. This celestial origin story of the Ganga is more than just a myth. It is a profound reminder of the divine love and compassion that shaped the world. Her waters, flowing from the heavens and guided by the gods, represent a bridge between the divine and the earthly, a channel through which spiritual purity and blessings flow freely to humanity. King Bhagirath's story is one of relentless devotion and extraordinary sacrifice, a tale that stirs the heart and inspires awe. In ancient times, Bhagirath was a prince of the illustrious Ikshvaku dynasty, known for his noble lineage and deep commitment to his people. His tale begins with a crisis that gripped his kingdom, a crisis so profound it drove him to undertake a penance of unimaginable severity. The curse upon his ancestors, the 60,000 sons of King Sagar, weighed heavily on Bhagirath. These princes had been condemned to wander the underworld, their spirits trapped in a state of unrest. The only way to liberate them was to bring the celestial Ganga down from the heavens to wash away their sins. This was no small feat, for the Ganga flowed only in the divine realms and her descent to earth seemed almost impossible. Bhagirath's devotion was boundless. He vowed to perform penance so intense that it would move the gods to action. With a heart full of determination and a spirit set on redeeming his ancestors, Bhagirath embarked on a quest that would test his endurance and faith. He chose a secluded spot on the banks of the river Yamuna, an area that became his place of austerity. Here, Bhagirath began his penance, standing on one leg for years, his arms raised to the sky in unending supplication. His body became frail, and his skin cracked from the harsh elements, but his spirit remained unwavering. He chanted sacred hymns and prayers day and night, his voice echoing with a fervor that reached the heavens. His penance was so extreme that it shook the heavens and stirred the gods. Witnessing his dedication, the gods were moved by his unyielding devotion. They realized that Bhagirath's sacrifice was not just for personal gain but to benefit all of humanity. The gods decided it was time to grant his wish and bring the Ganga to earth, but they knew that her descent had to be managed carefully. Lord Vishnu, the protector of the universe, stepped in to guide Bhagirath. He assured the king that his prayers would be answered and that the divine Ganga would indeed descend to cleanse the earth. With the promise of divine help, Bhagirath's heart swelled with hope and determination. The next chapter of Bhagirath's penance involved an even greater challenge. The Ganga's descent had to be controlled, or her mighty waters would cause untold destruction. The task was entrusted to Lord Shiva, who agreed to catch the river in his matted hair to soften her fall. Bhagirath's role now was to prepare the path for the Ganga's arrival on earth, ensuring that her sacred waters would flow smoothly and purify the land. After years of unrelenting devotion, Bhagirath's perseverance paid off. The Ganga began her descent from the heavens, guided gently by Shiva's locks. The river's arrival was a sight of divine beauty, as her waters shimmered with celestial light, bringing blessings and purity to the earth. Bhagirath's penance had not been in vain. The river flowed majestically, washing away the sins of his ancestors and bringing new hope and life to the land. His story remains a poignant reminder of the power of unwavering faith and the extraordinary lengths one can go to achieve a sacred goal. Bhagirath's devotion, a tale of sacrifice and determination, echoes through the ages, a testament to the profound connection between divine will and human devotion. The descent of the Ganga was no ordinary task, and for King Bhagirath, it was fraught with monumental challenges. As he stood on the precipice of success, the gods in the heavens grew apprehensive about the impact of this divine river's arrival on earth. The very idea of bringing the Ganga down from the celestial realms was awe-inspiring, yet it carried immense risks. The Ganga's waters were not merely a river, they were a potent force with the power to shape the world. Her descent, if not carefully managed, could have catastrophic consequences. The gods were deeply concerned about the potential for destruction. The mighty Ganga, if she fell uncontrollably, could wreak havoc on the earth's surface, causing floods that would sweep away entire regions and overwhelm the lands. For Bhagirath, the obstacles were both physical and spiritual. The first challenge was to ensure that the Ganga's arrival would not devastate the earth. The gods, aware of the potential chaos, realized that her descent had to be controlled with divine precision. They knew that Bhagirath's intense devotion was sincere, but the practicalities of managing such a force required divine intervention. Lord Shiva, who had agreed to help, faced a daunting task. The Ganga's force was immense, and to prevent her from crashing down violently, Shiva had to catch her in his matted hair. The image of Shiva holding the Ganga's torrents in his locks is both awe-inspiring and humbling. His divine hair acted as a delicate sieve, filtering the river's powerful flow into a gentle cascade, making it safe for the earth below. Meanwhile, Bhagirath's trials did not end with the divine agreement. The king had to prepare the land for the Ganga's arrival. He constructed pathways and ensured that the terrain was ready to receive the sacred waters. Every step was taken with care, as any miscalculation could lead to disaster. His relentless efforts were driven by his deep sense of responsibility and his unwavering commitment to his ancestors and his people. As the Ganga began her descent, the heavens watched with bated breath. The gods, though supportive of Bhagirath's mission, could not ignore their fears. The moment of truth had arrived, and the divine river's journey from the celestial heights to the earth was a spectacle of divine artistry and cosmic balance. The Ganga's descent was a delicate dance of divine forces. Shiva's role was pivotal in guiding her safely, while Bhagirath's preparations on earth were crucial in accommodating the river's arrival. Each moment was a blend of hope and trepidation, as the gods and Bhagirath worked in harmony to ensure that the Ganga's descent would be a blessing, not a curse. Despite the meticulous planning and divine assistance, the challenges faced by Bhagirath and the gods were immense. The river's arrival was fraught with tension, and the slightest error could have led to catastrophe. Yet, through divine grace and Bhagirath's relentless devotion, the Ganga's descent was achieved, transforming the earth with her sacred waters. This chapter of Bhagirath's quest underscores the monumental effort and divine coordination required to bring the Ganga to earth. The story is a testament to the power of devotion and the intricate balance of divine intervention and human perseverance. When the divine Ganga began her majestic descent from the heavens, it was not merely a river on a journey but a celestial flood that needed careful guidance. The sheer force of the Ganga's waters threatened to overwhelm the earth, creating chaos that could have destroyed everything in its path. The task of controlling this powerful torrent fell to none other than Lord Shiva, the compassionate and mighty deity known for his ability to handle cosmic forces with grace. As the Ganga started her descent from the celestial realms, her torrents were like a cascade of divine energy, a river so powerful that it could have shattered the world if not handled properly. The heavens trembled at the thought of her arrival, and the gods knew that only Shiva, with his immense power and calm demeanor, could manage such a formidable force. Shiva, residing high in the Himalayas, was chosen to receive the Ganga's flow. He prepared himself for the monumental task with a deep sense of duty and serenity. His matted hair, which is usually a symbol of his ascetic life and cosmic power, became the vessel through which the Ganga would descend. This act of divine intervention was not just a practical solution, but also a profound symbol of Shiva's role as a protector and nurturer. The moment the Ganga's waters touched Shiva's hair, it was as if the universe held its breath. Her torrents, which could have wreaked havoc, were gently caught and held by Shiva. His locks, tangled and sacred, acted as a natural sieve, softening the river's fierce descent. The flowing waters, once wild and untamed, were transformed into a gentle cascade, flowing through Shiva's hair in a beautiful and controlled manner. This act of holding the Ganga in his hair was deeply symbolic. Shiva's hair was not just a physical barrier, but a representation of his divine ability to channel and control the cosmic forces. It was a gesture of immense compassion and responsibility, showing how the divine can bring balance to the overwhelming power of nature. As the Ganga flowed through Shiva's hair, she became more than just a river, she became a divine blessing, a conduit of spiritual purity and life. Each droplet that passed through his matted locks was infused with the essence of Shiva's calm and benevolence, making the Ganga's arrival on earth not just a physical event but a spiritual gift. The water, once a torrent of cosmic energy, was now a gentle, sacred flow, ready to touch and bless the earth. The sight of Shiva holding the Ganga in his hair is a powerful image of divine grace and protection. It represents the delicate balance between the cosmic and the earthly, the divine and the mortal. Shiva's role in this process underscores his unique position in Hindu mythology as a god who not only holds the universe in balance but also nurtures and protects the life it sustains. The significance of this act goes beyond the immediate control of the river's flow. It reflects the deep spiritual connection between Shiva and the Ganga, a bond forged through divine intervention and immense compassion. Shiva's willingness to undertake this task illustrates his profound love for creation and his commitment to ensuring that the divine gift of the Ganga would bring only blessings and not destruction. In holding the Ganga's waters, Shiva transformed a potential calamity into a divine boon. The river, flowing gently through his hair, became a symbol of purity and grace, her descent carefully orchestrated to bring harmony and life to the earth. This act of divine intervention highlights the extraordinary lengths the gods go to protect and nurture the world, ensuring that their gifts are bestowed with care and love. The heavens held their breath as the moment of truth arrived. The Ganga, a river of divine beauty and immense power, was about to descend from the celestial realms to touch the earth. This was no ordinary event, it was a cosmic spectacle that would forever alter the land and the lives of its people. As the Ganga began her descent, the sky was illuminated with a radiant light, casting a glow that made the air shimmer with anticipation. The divine river, flowing with a grace that defied her immense power, was carefully guided by Lord Shiva's matted hair. His locks, intertwined and sacred, held the Ganga's torrents in a delicate embrace, allowing her to descend gently rather than crashing down with destructive force. The first droplets of the Ganga's waters touched the earth, and the impact was nothing short of miraculous. The ground trembled slightly as if acknowledging the arrival of a sacred presence. The river's descent was accompanied by a soothing, rhythmic sound, a gentle whisper that carried through the air like a divine hymn. The earth seemed to welcome her with open arms, as if every inch of soil and stone recognized the profound significance of the moment. Villagers and kings, priests and sages, gathered in awe as the Ganga's waters began to flow through the landscape. The sight of the celestial river, now a sacred stream flowing gently across the land, was breathtaking. Her waters sparkled in the sunlight, a cascade of divine purity that seemed to wash away not just the dirt of the land, but the spiritual burdens of those who beheld her. The Ganga's arrival brought an immediate and transformative impact on the earth. Her waters, once part of the celestial realms, now nourished the land with a purity that was deeply felt by all. Crops began to flourish, fields turned lush, and the once arid regions transformed into verdant expanses. The river's arrival was not merely a physical event, it was a blessing that revitalized the land, ensuring prosperity and abundance for the people. For the people, the Ganga's arrival was a moment of profound emotional significance. They saw her as a divine gift, a river that had journeyed from the heavens to bring life and purification. The sight of her flowing waters was a symbol of hope and renewal, a reminder of the gods' love and care for humanity. Pilgrims from distant lands came to bathe in her waters, believing that even a single drop could cleanse their souls and grant them divine grace. The impact of the Ganga's descent was also deeply spiritual. As her waters touched the earth, they became a channel for divine blessings. The rituals and prayers performed along her banks were filled with reverence, each moment imbued with a sense of sacredness. The river's presence was a constant reminder of the divine connection between the heavens and the earth, a tangible link to the gods and their benevolence. Every step of the Ganga's journey through the land was marked by a profound sense of reverence. Her waters, flowing gently and steadily, brought not just physical sustenance but also spiritual renewal. The earth, once touched by the celestial river, became a place of harmony and divine grace, reflecting the sacred nature of the Ganga and the blessings she bestowed. The Ganga's descent from the heavens was a moment of divine drama and profound transformation. Her arrival changed the landscape and the lives of those who witnessed it, bringing a sense of purity and renewal that resonated through the land. The river, flowing from the celestial heights to the earth, became a symbol of divine love and the enduring connection between the heavenly and the earthly realms. As the Ganga flowed from the heavens to the earth, her path across the Indian subcontinent became a sacred journey that intertwined with the lives and hearts of countless people. Her waters, once celestial and pure, meandered through the landscape, touching every region with her divine presence. Starting from the icy peaks of the Himalayas, where she first touched the earth, the Ganga's journey began with a majestic descent into the sacred city of Haridwar. Here, the river burst forth into the plains, her arrival celebrated with fervent prayers and rituals. Haridwar, meaning gateway to the gods, was where the divine Ganga's presence was first acknowledged by the people. Pilgrims from all over gathered to bathe in her waters, seeking purification and blessings as they marveled at her breathtaking beauty. As the Ganga flowed southward, she passed through Rishikesh, a city renowned for its spiritual significance. Here, the river meandered through lush forests and tranquil surroundings, offering a peaceful refuge for sages and seekers. Rishikesh, often called the yoga capital of the world, witnessed countless souls finding solace and enlightenment by the riverbanks, their spirits uplifted by the Ganga's sacred flow. Further along her path, the Ganga reached the vibrant city of Varanasi, a place deeply woven into the fabric of Indian spirituality. Varanasi, one of the oldest cities in the world, is where the Ganga's waters mingled with ancient rituals and timeless traditions. The ghats of Varanasi, steps leading down to the river, were bustling with life as people performed ceremonies, lit lamps, and offered their prayers. The sight of the Ganga flowing through Varanasi, with its golden reflections dancing on the water, created an atmosphere of profound reverence and devotion. The Ganga continued her journey through the vast plains of Uttar Pradesh and Bihar, her waters nurturing the land and its people. Along the way, she passed through cities like Kanpur and Allahabad, each city steeped in its own history and spiritual significance. In Allahabad, where the Ganga meets the Yamuna and the mythical Sarasvati, the confluence is known as the Triveni Sangam, a sacred site where pilgrims gather for ritual baths and festivals. The sight of the three rivers coming together at this sacred spot symbolized the union of the earthly and the divine, a powerful reminder of the Ganga's role in bridging the spiritual and the material worlds. As the Ganga flowed through West Bengal, she reached the bustling city of Kolkata. Here, her presence was celebrated with fervent devotion, and her waters provided sustenance to the people. The Ganga's journey through Kolkata was marked by vibrant festivals and rituals, where the river's sacredness was honored with processions and prayers. Throughout her path, the Ganga's influence was profound. She nurtured the land, bringing fertility to the plains and sustaining countless communities. Her waters, revered and cherished, became a symbol of life and renewal. Each sacred site along her journey became a testament to the river's divine grace and the deep spiritual connection she fostered between the people and the heavens. The Ganga's journey across the Indian subcontinent was not just a physical traversal but a spiritual odyssey that touched the hearts of those who lived along her banks. Her path was marked by sacred cities, timeless rituals, and profound devotion. Each step of her journey was a reminder of the divine presence that flowed through the land, bringing purity, life, and spiritual fulfillment to all who revered her. The Ganga's divine presence flows through the sacred texts of Hinduism like a river of eternal wisdom, carrying stories and significance that shape spiritual beliefs and practices. Each scripture offers a glimpse into the river's revered role, revealing different facets of her divine nature and the profound impact she has on the spiritual landscape of India. In the Rigveda, one of the oldest Hindu scriptures, the Ganga is celebrated as a celestial river, flowing from the heavens and embodying purity and grace. Her waters are depicted as sacred and life-giving, a symbol of the divine blessings bestowed upon humanity. The Rigveda's verses reflect the reverence for the Ganga, describing her as a river that cleanses and purifies, both physically and spiritually. The Mahabharata, an epic of grand tales and deep moral lessons, provides another perspective on the Ganga. In this epic, the river is closely tied to the story of Bhagirath, whose devotion and penance brought her from the heavens to earth. The Mahabharata emphasizes the Ganga's role in purifying the ashes of Bhagirath's ancestors, highlighting her importance in the ritualistic and spiritual practices of the time. Her descent is portrayed as a divine act of compassion, responding to the king's unwavering dedication and the needs of the mortal world. The Ramayana, another revered epic, adds a different dimension to the Ganga story. Here, the river is associated with the sage Vishvamitra's journey and the great battle of the gods and demons. The Ramayana portrays the Ganga as a river of immense power, integral to the unfolding of divine events and the destiny of characters. Her waters are seen as a blessing that connects the divine and earthly realms, offering both spiritual sustenance and miraculous interventions. The Bhagavata Purana, a text rich with devotional hymns and narratives, celebrates the Ganga's role in the divine Leela or cosmic play. This Purana describes the river's descent as a testament to divine mercy, emphasizing how her presence on earth symbolizes the god's love for humanity. The Bhagavata Purana portrays the Ganga as an embodiment of divine grace, her waters a means of spiritual liberation and blessing for all who revere her. Different texts and traditions offer varied accounts of the Ganga's story, each adding layers to her divine identity. Some versions focus on her celestial origins and the challenges she faced in her descent, while others highlight her role in rituals and the blessings she bestows upon the faithful. Despite these variations, a common thread runs through all these texts. The Ganga is revered as a sacred river, a living embodiment of divine purity and compassion. In different regions and traditions, the Ganga is celebrated in various ways, reflecting local beliefs and practices. In some texts, her descent is portrayed as a grand cosmic event, while in others, it is seen as a personal blessing from the gods. These variations highlight the Ganga's universal appeal and the deep connection she fosters between the divine and human realms. The story of the Ganga in Hindu mythological texts is a tapestry of divine grace, spiritual significance, and cultural devotion. Each scripture and tradition adds its own colors to this sacred narrative, weaving a rich and heart-touching portrayal of the Ganga's role in the spiritual and everyday lives of her devotees. Through these texts, the Ganga's journey from the heavens to the earth becomes a symbol of divine love and a testament to the enduring connection between humanity and the divine. The Ganga flows through more than just the land. She weaves her way into the very fabric of Hindu life, becoming an integral part of rituals, festivals, and daily existence. Her presence is felt in moments of profound spiritual significance and in the simple, everyday acts that connect people to the divine. Every day, thousands of people gather on the ghats, steps leading down to the riverbank, to perform their morning rituals. The sight of devotees bathing in the Ganga's sacred waters is a powerful symbol of purification and renewal. As the sun rises, casting its golden light on the river, families and individuals step into the water, their hearts filled with hopes for blessings and absolution. The Ganga's waters, believed to wash away sins and grant spiritual purity, become a living testament to her role as a source of divine grace. Festivals dedicated to the Ganga are vibrant celebrations of her importance in Hindu culture. One such festival is the Ganga Dasara, a 10-day event celebrating the river's descent to earth. During this time, people gather along the riverbanks to offer prayers, light lamps, and perform elaborate rituals. The air is filled with the sounds of hymns and chants, creating an atmosphere of reverence and joy. The Ganga, in her radiant splendor, becomes the focal point of devotion and festivity, her waters blessed with the heartfelt offerings of her devotees. The Kumbh Mela, one of the largest religious gatherings in the world, is another profound expression of the Ganga's cultural significance. Held every few years at major river confluences, including where the Ganga meets the Yamuna and the mythical Sarasvati, the Kumbh Mela draws millions of pilgrims. The sight of countless people bathing in the sacred waters, seeking spiritual liberation and blessings, is both awe-inspiring and deeply moving. The Ganga, in these moments, is not just a river but a beacon of divine promise and spiritual renewal. In daily life, the Ganga influences cultural practices in subtle yet profound ways. Her water is used in various ceremonies, from weddings to naming ceremonies, where it is believed to bring blessings and auspiciousness. The Ganga's presence is felt in the household rituals performed every day, where a small portion of her water might be used to sanctify the space, connecting the mundane with the divine. Traditional practices also reflect the Ganga's impact on health and well-being. Many people believe in the healing properties of her water, using it for drinking, bathing, and medicinal purposes. The river's waters are often seen as a source of vitality and life, infusing daily routines with a sense of sacredness. The Ganga's cultural significance extends beyond religious rituals to influence art, literature, and music. Poets and musicians have drawn inspiration from her beauty and purity, creating works that celebrate her divine presence. The river's image is depicted in countless paintings and sculptures, her flowing waters a symbol of grace and divine love. Even in times of hardship, the Ganga remains a source of comfort and hope. In moments of personal struggle or national crisis, people turn to the river, seeking solace in her enduring presence. The act of immersing oneself in the Ganga's waters becomes a way to find peace and strength, a reminder of the divine support that flows through life's trials. In every aspect of life, the Ganga's role is profound and enduring. She is not just a river but a divine presence that touches hearts and lives in countless ways. Her waters bring purification, blessings, and spiritual connection, making her an inseparable part of the cultural and ritualistic fabric of Hindu life. The Ganga's impact is a testament to her sacred status, a living embodiment of divine grace and spiritual nourishment that continues to inspire and uplift those who revere her. The Ganga remains a source of profound reverence and hope, even in the bustling, modern world of contemporary India. She is not just a river, she is a sacred lifeline that flows through the heart of the nation, embodying centuries of faith and tradition. As the Ganga continues to inspire devotion and spiritual practice, she also faces the urgent challenges of modern times. Every day, millions of people visit her banks, their devotion as strong as ever. They come to seek blessings, to perform rituals, and to feel a connection to something greater than themselves. The river's waters are still considered a symbol of divine purity, and her presence offers a sense of peace and renewal in a world that often feels chaotic and overwhelming. In cities like Varanasi, where the river's ghats bustle with life, the Ganga's influence is as vivid and moving as ever. Her waters touch lives in deeply personal ways, providing solace and spiritual nourishment. Yet, the Ganga's sacredness is challenged by the environmental issues that plague her waters. The river, once revered for its purity, now struggles under the weight of pollution. Factories, sewage systems, and agricultural runoff have turned parts of her flow into a sad testament to human neglect. The very waters that were once a symbol of divine grace now carry contaminants that threaten the health of communities and ecosystems alike. This contrast between reverence and reality is stark. The same river that inspires songs of devotion and spiritual rituals is also a focus of intense environmental concern. The sight of polluted waters, with floating debris and toxic waste, stands in sharp contrast to the image of the Ganga as a pristine, sacred river. The challenges are a call to action, urging people to reconcile their deep respect for the river with practical steps to restore and protect her. Efforts to address these environmental challenges are ongoing, driven by both governmental initiatives and grassroots movements. Projects to clean the Ganga, such as the National Mission for Clean Ganga, aim to reduce pollution and restore the river's health. These initiatives focus on improving sewage treatment, reducing industrial waste, and increasing public awareness about the river's importance. Community groups and environmental activists are also playing a crucial role. Local efforts, from organizing river cleanups to advocating for better waste management practices, reflect a growing sense of responsibility and commitment to the Ganga. People who once saw the river merely as a source of spiritual solace now also view it as a shared responsibility, recognizing that her health is intimately connected to their own well-being. The Ganga's struggle with pollution serves as a powerful reminder of the need to balance reverence with practical care. Each act of devotion, each ritual performed on her banks, is now accompanied by a growing awareness of the need to protect and preserve her waters. The sacred river becomes a symbol of the broader environmental challenges faced by many of the world's waterways, making her story both a reflection of human devotion and a call to action for environmental stewardship. In contemporary India, the Ganga's presence is a testament to the enduring power of faith and tradition, even as it faces the realities of modern environmental issues. The river remains the central figure in spiritual and cultural life, her waters still revered for their divine qualities. At the same time, the challenges she faces call for a renewed commitment to preserving her purity and vitality. The Ganga's story is a powerful blend of sacred reverence and urgent responsibility, reflecting both the enduring nature of faith and the critical need for environmental action.